Hi and welcome. My name is Johnny Fergan. I'm from All Total Coaching. What I want to talk to you today is why our society is descending into a mess. Why? Wherever you go, we see chaos, drugs, prostitution, society collapsing around us. Some places more, some places less. But our society in the West is descending into chaos. And it's going to get worse day by day by day. But why is it so? But before we start, I'd like to talk about our program that can save you from this collapse of society that is coming. I don't know when, but we're in the midst of a collapse of society. And if you want to save yourself, you need to become a man. In our program that is called How to Be a Man, What Your Father Never Taught You, we talk about manhood, what is to be a man, women, relationships and sex, media manipulation, indoctrination by the movies. The biggest lies are in mainstream media. And I'll prove it to you with all sorts of articles from conflicting messages from mainstream media. Health, food and exercise, why it's so important. Money and wealth, what you've never been taught at school. Value, what is value and why it's so important. How to overcome the biggest phenomena in our society of depression and fear and porn that's become an epidemic. Happiness and fulfillment, feminism and the real truth. So today we're going to talk about why is our society in a mess. Everywhere you see around us, we always hear bad news. Why? Number one, the media is there to indoctrinate you and make you powerless. Because the more bad news they feed you, the weaker you are. And the weaker you are, the more they can control you. And the more they control you, the more governments will stand down. Think what I just said. Weak leaders. We have today leaders that are indecisive. They have meetings, to have another meeting, to have another meeting, but they never make decisions. And therefore they delay a decision that needs to be made ASAP. And when leaders are weak, our society descends into chaos. Today we've got men that don't act like men, they act like little boys, looking for money. Therefore, any man that's reading this now should read this as soon as possible, The Way of the Superior Man, by David Deida. I don't agree with everything he said in this book, but I do agree with most of it. Whatever you do, anything you learn is better than nothing. Let's continue. We live in a society of instant gratification. They want everything. Why? Because of the iPhone. Instant pressing here, instant dating, instant this, instant that, and they're thinking the real world works like this. They're being promised they're going to get a job and they'll live happily ever after because they're watching mainstream media. In reality, I don't care who you're going to be with, what your story, you can have difficulties. Anybody that knows in Australia, a model committed suicide a few weeks back. She had it all, supposedly. Why did she commit suicide? Why was she so depressed? Because we live in a world of instant gratification, where everybody wants everything now. In reality, a good body takes time. In reality, good skill takes time. In reality, to get a diploma takes time. We all know that. But we all think it's going to happen. Chick-chuck. People go and say, I'm going to lose weight this year. They subscribe to the gym, but how many of them actually sit there and actually go and do the hard work? They go there and talk, or they don't go up at all. It's tomorrow, tomorrow, tomorrow. Those that say tomorrow, they will never do it. So instant gratification society. Brainwashing by the lies of the media. Like Rocky Balboa, a couple of sequences of events, and he's the world champion. But anybody that succeeded in doing anything in this life will tell you that they had to work for it. I was 107 kilometers years ago. To reach to my level of 89 kilograms took me 1 year and 8 months. Yet you will never hear this in the media. I'm not boasting, but it's the truth. It takes time. It took me to lose 19 kilograms with hard work, but it was worth it. The majority of you are lazy. We live in a lazy society. All they're doing is And a society that knows it all. Knows it all. I had a friend of mine that works in a nightclub. He told me just the other day, a glass broke in one of the nightclubs and you could see it on the monitor. And he saw one of these workers, he sent them to clean it, and this idiot pulls out his phone Googling how to clean glass off the floor. This is how pathetic society has become. He said to him, get on the knees now and clean up before somebody gets injured. If not, don't ever come back again. But I don't know how to clean it because they're pathetic. They're pathetic. I know a fellow 27 years old. He moved in with a friend of mine a couple of weeks ago. And his mother rang my friend and said, who is going to clean his laundry? Because they got everything too easy. And when you get everything too easy, don't appreciate it. Man, you expect it. High expectations. They're expecting everything to be lovey-dovey and perfect. And this is why our society in the midst of collapse. Because the expectations are so high, the reality is a little bit different. And we don't have boundaries. Governments don't put boundaries. Fathers don't put boundaries. Mothers don't put boundaries. It's okay, it's okay, it's okay. And then they wonder why they turn out to be the way they turned out. It's proven that kids that grow up without a father figure and without boundaries, more than likely, the statistic, I think it's more than 140% higher that they'll commit crimes or end up in jail. Don't take my word for it, links below. Also, our society is descending chaos because a lot of kids today grow up without a father and they're missing something inside of them. I talk extensively in our book, How to Be a Man, What Your Father Never Taught You, about all these issues that will change your life. I tell you the truth today in this video. If you don't learn how to be a man in this emasculated society, you're going to be depressed slowly, more and more and more and more. Like my friend committed suicide in September, on the 22nd of September, and I went to his funeral because he was a clear little boy that don't understand how society is brainwashing us. And if you don't take control of your life and control your actions, life will happen to you. It's either you control your actions or things happen to you. And if things happen to you, you're going from one drama to the next, to the next, and next. And it's another reason why our society is descending in the chaos. I'm sure there's more, but these are the main things. Learn how to be a man. Learn how to be a man, what your father never taught you. Because if you don't learn this today, you're going to get into your 20s, late 20s, 30s and 40s, and the biggest friend you'll have is porno. And you're going to get depressed more and more. Then you're going to hate women, but really you don't realize you don't hate women, you hate yourself. It's not women's fault, it's society. We are in an indoctrinated society. And if you don't indoctrinate yourself, you're going to be pure mangina because the pharmaceutical companies want you to be like this because it's far easier to control society so you can be a repeat customer. Think as you wish. Buy a book, look it up. I've got links, I've got proof to every word I just said. So these are the reasons why our society is descending into a mess. Look us up at www.alltotalcoaching.com. I can change your life. The question is, do you want to? Or are you going to keep doing the same thing again and again and again, expecting different results and thinking somebody's going to save you when nobody cares? Nobody cares about me either, but you have to help yourself. If you want help and you're stuck in a hole, you're screaming, for me to give you a hand, you have to give me your hand too. So you have to help yourself. But if you're not willing to help yourself, keep doing the same thing and we all know what's going to happen to you. Thank you very much for listening, as always.